On any construction project, we're always worrying about the big things, right? Budgets, timelines, getting the right materials. But what if the biggest threat to your success isn't something you're tracking on a spreadsheet, but something you're literally tripping over every day? Today, we're pulling back the curtain on that unseen saboteur, poor site logistics.
So let me ask you this. What's the biggest hidden cost on a construction site? Seriously, think about it. It's not the price of steel, it's not a delayed shipment from overseas. It's something much, much closer to home. It's happening every single day, right there on your job site, quietly eating away at your profits.
Okay, so to really get our heads around the solution, we first have to dissect the problem. So let's dive into the anatomy of a chaotic site. This is what happens when the fundamental flow of work just completely breaks down.
It all starts with one word: congestion. When site logistics are just an afterthought, this is what you get: a total traffic jam of materials, equipment, and people. Every pathway is blocked, every open space is cluttered. It physically, literally strangles the project's ability to breathe and move forward.
And all that congestion? Well, it inevitably leads to delays. It's a domino effect, really. A truck can't unload because the laydown area is already overflowing. A crew has to wait around for a forklift that's stuck on the other side of the site. Each one of these tiny little delays starts compounding into massive schedule overruns.
And the consequences of this chaos, well, they go way beyond just being late. A messy, congested site is an unsafe site. The constant need to move materials 2, 3, 4 times, the cluttered pathways, it all just dramatically jacks up the chances of accidents and injuries.
But you know who really gets hit the hardest by all this? Your most valuable asset, your people. With poor material flow, your crews are constantly wandering around, searching for tools, or just waiting on equipment to show up. Worker efficiency doesn't just dip, it completely plummets. You end up paying people to wait, not to actually work.
This really lays it all out, doesn't it? The two paths a project can take. On one side, you've got poor planning, which leads straight to chaos, congestion, inefficiency, and risk. But on the other, good planning creates order, flow, productivity, and safety. The real key here? Chaos isn't some random thing that just happens. It's the direct result of a choice.
So how do we make sure we choose the right path? Well, that brings us to our next section, designing the flow. This is where we talk about the incredible power of being proactive and having a plan.
The solution actually has a name: site logistics planning. Now, it's not just about scheduling deliveries. It's way more than that. It's the deliberate control of how everything, and I mean everything, moves. This means planning for just-in-time material arrivals, creating designated laydown areas, even mapping the exact path a crane will take to cause the least amount of disruption.
I love this analogy. Think of it this way, right? You could try to cook a 5-star meal in a kitchen where the ingredients are all over the place, the pots are dirty, and you can't even find a clean knife. Or you could work in a professionally organized kitchen where everything is exactly where you need it when you need it. Which one do you think is going to produce a better result, faster and more safely? It's a no-brainer, and it's the exact same principle on a construction site.
Okay, so this isn't just about making the site look neat and tidy. This is where we get to the direct impact on the bottom line. Let's look at the profitability of order and see how good plans turn directly into productivity. I mean, just look at this difference. It's absolutely stark. On an unplanned site, productivity might be hovering around, say, 45% of its potential. But with some strategic logistics planning, that number can just skyrocket. You are nearly doubling your output without adding a single person or an extra hour to the day.
Let's put a hard number on it. We're talking about a potential productivity increase of up to 90%. That is a massive, massive gain, and it's unlocked simply by planning the flow of work before the work even begins. This is that hidden power we were talking about at the start.
And that brings us to the core takeaway of this whole thing. We have to stop seeing site logistics planning as just another upfront cost. It's not. It is one of the single most effective investments you can make in the productivity, the safety, and the ultimate success of your project. Period.
Which brings us to the final question, and this one's for you. As you're looking toward your next project, is its success being left to chance, built on an unsteady foundation of chaos? Or are you deliberately designing its success with a blueprint of intentional, efficient flow? Because as we've just seen, the choice is entirely yours.